YouTubers? So today's video is going to be basically on tattoo etiquette. If you're a beginner and this is a beginner's guide to getting a tattoo, what to expect. Basically, if you have never gotten a tattoo, you probably stumbled across this video because you want to know what to expect. And some people haven't gotten a tattoo in a while or want to know tattoo etiquette because some people just don't know how to act in a tattoo shop. My last video that I did about what not to say to a tattoo artist was kind of popular, and for all the people who love my little voices
like this that I do, this is for you because I know you want to hear me talk like this all day.
So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Alrighty, tip number 1. Be prepared. It is very important to do your research. Look at portfolios of different artists. Don't be scared to walk in a bunch of different shops and basically sit down, look at the portfolios of the artists there. You can ask them some questions. Look on Facebook, Instagram. Don't be shy to talk to an artist. They're not all gonna bite you. Very hard anyways. You can figure out what artists you want beforehand, or you can just walk into a shop and see their portfolio and be like, bam, that is the person I want. That is who I'm going with. Just figure out what kind of style you're into. If you want black and gray, if you want color, realism, new school, traditional, the list goes on. Do your research because the tattoo artist will be like, hey, what style are you into? Color, black and gray. They're going to ask you all these questions. It's smart to have some reference pictures in your phone printed out. It doesn't have to be exactly what you want. You don't have to, just have like a coloring book and that's what I want on my body right there. But it is good to have pictures printed out or, like I said, saved in your phone of, hey, I like a picture of this rose, but I want, this quote and this picture of this bird, and you can piece different things together. You just need to kind of give the artist an idea so they can draw something up and they know exactly what you're looking for. Know beforehand what size that you want to get it and where do you want to get it. This is going to make the price vary because some different areas are going to be more expensive. The size, of course, is going to be more expensive. So you definitely want to know size, placement, color of black and gray, what style, and what artist. Okay, so be prepared. Okay. So tip number 2, I'm looking down because I have a whole list because my brain cannot keep all the wonderful information in it. Tip number 2 is cheap tattoos are not always good and good tattoos are not always cheap. You've heard this saying before and it is the truth. If you want a portrait done like of your mother or something, it's going to be expensive. Something that takes a lot of artistry, a lot of time. You're going to want to save your money for because yeah, Bill, Bob, and George down the street be like, yeah, I can do it, man, for like $20. And you're going to have Chewbacca on your leg and you're going to be like, Mom, hey, look, I have you on my leg. And she's going to be like, oh my God, and you don't want to put your mom through that. It's not cute. Just don't do it. So yeah, save your money and get your tattoo in a shop. Be prepared to leave a deposit for an appointment, especially for some like big piece. Sometimes if you get lucky, you can walk in and get something but for the most part, you're definitely probably going to have to leave a deposit, set an appointment, and just be prepared and have your cash money ready, baby. Tip number 3, show up on time. Please don't make your artists wait. They have a whole schedule planned out. That's why they gave you that tax bracket. They don't give you taxes. That's why they gave you that time slot. Don't be late. Come 15 minutes early if you can because that's just like a doctor's appointment. You want to show up early. It's just the right thing to do, so do it. And eat before you get there because especially if you're going to get a big piece or it's your first tattoo, you definitely need to have all that sugar in your body. You don't want to pass out. Just, hydrate, eat, and show up on time, mother. Tip number 4, wash your ass before you come to a tattoo shop. It's a common courtesy, We're going to be kind of really close in proximity. I'm going to be kind of up on your body when I'm tattooing you. It's a very personal type of situation. I don't want to smell fish sticks, onions, hot dog water, old sex. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. I'm not trying to smell your smelly feet or whatever body part, especially you're getting tattooed. My face is going to be very close, and if I'm holding my breath, I'm not going to be able to talk to you with tattooing. You're going to think I'm rude. So don't be rude to me and wash your motherfucking ass before you get in a tattoo shop. Tip number 5. Now, this is a hard concept for some of you people to grasp out there. For some reason, I don't know. Please do not come in a tattoo shop drunk. Don't be tipsy. Don't drink alcohol before you get a tattoo. I recommend my customers to sometimes not even drink the night before, because the alcohol is going to thin your blood out, and if I'm trying to do all this shading and stuff and you're just bleeding so much, it's going to look like shit and you're going to blame me. So don't drink. You're probably not thinking straight anyways if you're drunk and you're like, I want a smiley face on my nipple. Oh. No. Sorry, not gonna do it, especially if I smell alcohol in your breath and be like, sorry, you've been drinking. A lot of people try to lie. I'm like, no, I haven't been drinking. I'm like, dude, I'm not fucking stupid. I know what alcohol breath smells like, alright? So even Advil or any kind of blood thinners, I definitely wouldn't take the day you're getting a tattoo. If you're on special medication that, thins your blood out, I would definitely let your artist know so you guys can figure something out, because it's very hard if you're bleeding everywhere to get that color, to get any ink to stay in there. It's just gonna be a mess. Tip number 6, please don't bring an entire orchestra with you when you get a tattoo. I understand it's exciting. Maybe 2 people, 3 at the max, but I'm telling you, I don't want a lot of people huddling around me and it's a big freaking fiasco and it's just like, yo, I need to concentrate on what the I'm doing. So if you're gonna have a lot of people, they're just gonna have to sit in the lobby, and you can bring one person in. You just don't want a lot of people distracting your artist. It's just, you're getting a tattoo, and I understand it's very, very exciting, but they can see it afterwards. You don't need 12 people holding your hands, your feet, your toes, and licking your ear while I'm tattooing you. Tip number 7, bring a phone charger, especially if you're getting a big piece. You want to be prepared. If you don't want to really talk to your artist, even me, I don't want to be rude when I'm getting tattooed, but I need to be in the zone. I need to just block out all the pain, because I'm a big baby when it comes to getting tattoos. So bring headphones, bring a phone charger, water, something to drink, whatever you need, so you have everything, so you're not like, oh shit, I need to go run in my house. And no, sorry dude, you're gonna have a dead phone and you're gonna sit here and we're gonna have a conversation and talk about life. Tip number 8 is aftercare. Listen to your artist's aftercare instruction. Every artist has a different set of aftercare. It's generally the same, but every artist knows how their tattoo heals. So please listen to their instructions. It takes about 2 weeks for a tattoo to heal, but it all depends on you. Also, you need to make sure that you do everything that you're supposed to do, because if something goes wrong with a tattoo and it's your fault, you can't really come in and blame the artist like, hey, I went and I rolled in the dirt and went swimming afterwards and now I got a staph infection. It's your fault. No, sorry. I gave you clear instructions. You need to follow it. Make sure if they tell you, they recommend certain lotions, they're going to give you an entire aftercare sheet. So definitely pay attention, especially if you've never gotten a tattoo and you need to pay attention to the detail, okay? Tip number 9. Okay, so I don't know why this is such a hard concept for people. Tip your mother artist. It's very important for you to tip your artist, because you tip your waitress, you tip your hairstylist, you tip your barber. I am literally putting something on your body permanently for the rest of your entire life. Your blood is seeping out. Like, it's a very personable, there's needles involved. I have to listen to your life story. Tip your artist. It's not a big deal. People ask me all the time, how much do you tip? It really depends on how big the tattoo is, how much it costs, how much you like the tattoo. I would say typically $20 to $40 is a good tip. If you don't have that, I would say at least like $10, because other than that, like, don't give me $1. I'm not in need of your dollar. Like, come on now. Come on. Every shop is different. Some tattoo artists don't get their entire cut. Some artists only pay booth rent. So they're not typically getting the entire lump sum that you're paying them. So just keep in mind, you're paying for a service. Just like you tip a waitress, I feel like I deserve a tip too. So if you're happy with your tattoo, don't forget to tip your artist. Tip number 10. Ooh. Ooh. So this is a very serious thing I want to get into right now. Please make sure that the artist, the shop you go into, wherever you go to, that they're using disposable needles. Some artists will set up in front of you. Some artists you might want to ask, like, hey, can I sit and watch you set up? Because if you're curious, it's your first time, it's not a big deal to ask, hey, can I just watch? It's not a big deal. Every needle should come in like a separate container. They should be peeling, back open, an individually wrapped needle. You don't want someone to pull a needle it's been out and exposed from a bundle of needles wrapped in a hair tie with goddamn fucking fungus and mold all over it. That's just not okay. Just make sure that the environment you're getting tattooed in is sterile. If you go to a tattoo shop, you should be fine, but some tattoo shops are a little bit sketchy than other tattoo shops. Just pay attention to little things because it is a big deal. You are getting a tattoo and you want to make sure that the tattoo shop you go to is doing everything in protocol procedures and doing everything the right way. Tip number 11. Now this, you might think it's funny, but it's kind of serious. Please, please, please spell check your tattoo before you get it tattooed, because my job is to put the tattoo on you. Your job is to make sure that everything is exactly how you want it. Before I ever do a tattoo, I tell my customer to either write it exactly how they want it, spelling, punctuation, capitalization, everything, because I am not a grammar person. I'm not a spell checker. I'm just tattooing it. I'm probably not even really reading it while I'm tattooing it. So if you look down, you're like, oh my God, mom has an E at the end of it. I have mom on me. It's not my fault because I told you to spell check it. So even if your artist isn't like, hey, spell check it, make sure the names you're getting are spelled right. Everything is exactly how you want it, because once it's on your body and the artist asked you repeatedly, like, hey, is everything right? Then it's your fault and you're going to have to get a cover up, and depending on how big it is and everything, it's just the whole situation. So make sure everything is exactly how you want it. Dates are correct. All that stuff is correct. Tip number 12. So contrary to popular belief, not all tattoo artists are assholes. I completely understand that tattoo shops can be very intimidating, especially for your first tattoo. There's loud music, there's a lot of stuff going on, but to a tattoo artist, that's just their everyday life. They do this all the time. It's their profession. Don't be scared. Not everybody is going to be mean. Just come in knowing what you want. No, it's not just somewhere to be like, oh my God, can I stare at you all day? You're a tattoo artist. I'm in a tattoo shop. Oh, it's so cool in here. Like, don't be weird. Nobody's going to be mean to you. Just go in. Know what you want, and we're all really cool people. It's a cool place to, see art, be yourself, lay back, enjoy yourself. Don't be scared. Tip number 13, tattoos hurt. It's needles jabbing in your skin. It's gonna hurt. It's not gonna feel pleasant. Everybody's pain tolerance is different. Everybody deals with pain different. Some people love it, some people hate it. I personally don't like getting tattooed anymore, but I love tattoos, so I deal with the pain. Different areas are gonna hurt different. The biggest question everyone always asks, does it hurt? I mean, the needles are literally penetrating your skin. Like, what do you expect? It's gonna hurt. Like I said, everyone's pain tolerance is different. Different spots are, more painful. Don't be nervous going into a tattoo like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna bleed to death. Like, it's not that serious. It's tolerable. You're gonna be able to deal with the pain. Trust me, the thought of getting a tattoo is usually scarier than it really happening. Once you feel the needle, you're gonna be like, oh, it's not that bad. Honestly, it's just, don't psych yourself out. Just relax and know that, you're gonna get an awesome piece of work out of it. Tip number 14, relax. Take a deep breath and just know that your artist is gonna take care of you. Most people get so hyped up before they get a tattoo that they freak themselves out. Hearing the machine, honestly, is probably gonna be worse than getting the actual tattoos. Some people have rotary tattoo machines, which is a different type of machine, and they're very quiet. So depending on your artist, you might have a quiet machine, you might have a loud machine, but the moment before you get the tattoo is going to be the scariest thing. And then just take a deep breath. Your artist is going to take care of you. They're not just going to ram it in there like, yeah, let's put this letter love. Like, it's not gonna happen like that, trust me. They're gonna be very gentle with you. They're probably gonna do like a small little line so you can feel what it feels like. You can tell them like, hey, I need a break, especially if you're doing like a big piece or you have to go pee. Don't be afraid to ask your artist like, hey, I gotta use the bathroom, or I'm not feeling well. Just let your artist know, like, this is you and your artist sitting there, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Communicate with your artist, and they're really honestly gonna make sure that you're happy and that this experience is gonna be a good one for you. The last tip I have for you today is tip number 15. I was gonna go like this, but I mean 15. It will be worth it, I promise. All tattoos are a way for you to express yourself. Don't be too scared. Do your research. I hope these tips kind of help you out. It's a very wonderful, exciting thing. I love tattoos, and you might be addicted afterwards. I don't know many people that just get one and kind of stop. I mean, you usually want another one, at least another one. Usually people, once they figure out, oh, this is not too bad, they're already thinking about new ideas like, hey, can I make an appointment for my next one? Just know that tattoos aren't as scary as they seem. So I hope you guys loved this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and then follow me on my social medias. I'm the most active on Instagram. It is at tattoo_Barbie_. Facebook is at the Tattoo Barbie. If you have any other questions or you want me to do another tattoo related type of video, let me know in the comments. And until next time, I will see y'all wonderful people later.